Assalamu alaikum and good morning to all. I'm Kaji Arif, lecturer in English of Udayanamas Degree College, and welcome all my students in my online class. My dear student, today I am going to discuss an important topics of your syllabus, that is completing sentence. You know it is very important for your examination, and I think that if you participate the class in my class, you will be able to solve all the problems in completing sentence. That's why I think you will join us, and let's start. You know completing sentence in your question number 4. The question number is 4. There are 5 sentences in your question paper. Okay, and the question are incomplete and you have to complete that. Okay, and today I am going to discuss some important rules of completing sentence. Rule number 1. Let's start. So that, my dear student, you know so that or in order that, its Bengali meaning is jate or jar fole. Okay, and you have to know the structure of that rule, so that or in order that. It's a complex sentence. Okay, the structure of this sentence: subject plus verb plus so that or in order that plus subject to or second subject, that plus can or may, could or might, plus V1 plus other words. Okay, my dear student, you have to memorize the structure. Okay, and let's say example: he works hard so that. Okay, and you have to complete this sentence, and if you know this structure, you will be able to complete the sentence. Okay, he works hard so that. The structure here, you have to use subject to, that means he, then you should use can, could, can, may, could, might. Okay, if the first clause is present tense, if the first clause is present tense, then you should use here can. Okay, he works hard so that he can, then you should use V1, that means verb present form. Okay, he can prosper in life. Okay, my dear student, this is a complete sentence. He works hard so that he can prosper in life. And you have to remember that if the first clause, the tense is past tense. Okay, if the form is past form, that means worked, then you should use here could. Okay, you have to remember that. My dear student, next let us start rule 2. Okay, so that. The Bengali meaning eto je. Okay, the structure you have to know it: subject plus verb plus so plus adjective or adverb plus that plus subject can, may, could, might, not plus V1 plus other words. Okay, you have to memorize this structure, and without knowing the structure, you will not be able to complete the sentence. Okay, and example, let's do the example. She is so weak that. You have to use the subject. Okay, subject to, that means she. Okay, then you should use here the modal verb can. She is so weak that she cannot. Okay, that's she cannot walk at all. My dear student, you have to remember that the tense is present. Okay, So you have to use here can, and if the clause is in past tense, you have to use here could. As for example, she was so weak that she couldn't walk at all. Understand? Fine. I hope that you will be able to understand my class. Now let's start rule 3. 2 dot dot 2. 2 dot dot 2. The Bengali meaning of this structure eto j. Eto j. Okay. Structure subject plus verb plus to plus adjective oblique adverb plus for plus noun or pronoun plus to plus v1 plus other words. Okay. And the example, he is too young. He is too young, and the other parts will be too. You have to use here too at first. Okay, here you can see also for pronoun or noun, but there is no need here, so you have to use at first too. Then V1, that means the present form of verb. He is too young to carry the load. Okay, now this sentence is complete. He is too young to carry the load, and you have to know and you have to memorize this structure: subject plus verb plus to plus adjective or adverb. This is subject, you know, verb, to, adjective, then to plus v1 plus other words. Okay, and if you memorize this structure, you will be able to do this. You will be able to solve this. Now let's rule number 4. Okay, as if or as though. The Bengali meaning jeno or emon bhabe jeno. Structure present indefinite plus as if oblique as though plus past indefinite. My dear student, you know that if the first clause is present indefinite, then after as if or as though, the second clause will be past indefinite tense. That's why the example is he talks as if, and let's solve the example. He talks as if, you know, this is present indefinite tense. Here he is subject, talks is verb 1, as if, then you should use here past indefinite. That means subject to, okay, then you have to use verb past indefinite. We know that the verb will be V2, he knew everything. Okay, now this sentence is complete. You know, the first clause is present indefinite and the second clause is past indefinite. Subject plus V2 plus other words. Okay, and the second structure of as if or as though is here. The first clause is past indefinite. If the first clause is past indefinite, then you should use the second clause in past perfect tense. My dear student, here is the example. He talked as if, you know, this is a past indefinite tense. Okay, subject plus V2, then as if or as though, and here we should use the past perfect tense. Then the first subject here will be the second subject, he, past perfect, auxiliary verb had, then main verb V3, know, knew, known, we know that. He had known everything. Okay? Now this sentence is complete. And the first sentence or first clause is past indefinite tense, you know, subject plus V2 plus as if, and second clause is past perfect tense. Subject plus auxiliary verb had plus verb 3 plus other words. Okay, so you have to follow the first clause. If the first clause is present tense, the second clause will be past tense. And if the first clause is past tense, past indefinite, the second clause will be past perfect. My dear student, I think that these are very important rules in completing sentence, and I hope all of you are able to understand my class no more today, and I hope see you again. Stay home and stay safe. Thank you all.